Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome in we are going to discuss about the human heart. So myself, Dr. Rustam Iqbal, Associate Professor, IMT Institute of Medical Sciences, IMT University, Meerut. So now we are going to understand what is the human heart. You can see there is the two pictures is showing. One is showing there is the heart and another is showing the heart with there is the associated with the ECG. So how our heart is beating. So as you know the heart is the most important muscles in the body, right? And you cannot live without the heart. You cannot live without the heart because the heart is really a pump or two pump in one, right? So right side receive the blood from the body and the pumps it to the lungs. So right side receiving the heart is really a pump. The right side receive blood from the body and pump it into the lungs. The left side does the opposite. It receive blood from the lungs and pump it around the body. So what the sentence is saying? The sentence is saying that our heart is a pump that is responsible to simultaneously they are act as a two pump. I mean the first one, if you are considering the right side, so they are the pumping the blood in the lungs and left one is pumping the blood to all over the body, entire body, right? Coming on the next slide. So there is the amazing facts about the human heart. So do you know the heart is about the same size of your fist, that is your fist. Our heart looks like our fist. The heart beats an average 70 times per minute. I mean it is beating 70 to 80. It is the normal range, not exactly 70 times per minute. It is the range 70 to 80 beats per minute. If you are going to calculate the beats per hour, it will be approximately 4,200, and if you are going to calculate the beats per day, it is approximately 1 lakh. And further, if you are going to calculate the beats per year, it is the 365 million beats per year. When I am going to calculate the average life of the 80 years, it beats 30 billions in a whole entire life of the 80 years. An adult heart pump 7,500 liter of blood daily. It means once your heart is pumping the blood, that is the 70 ml, and that 70 ml you are going to calculate, you are going to multiply 70 to 80 beats, so it will be comes approximately 5 liter in 1 minute, and you can also multiply the 5 liter of blood in 24 hour, so definite 60 minute, so it will be the 5 into 60, that will be the 300, and if you are going to calculate for the 24 hours, so it will be multiplied by the 24, so that is showing the approximately 7,500 liter of the blood in a day. It means 24 hours. Coming on the next slide. So here is the more amazing facts about the human heart. So it takes about 20 seconds to pump blood into the every cell in your body. It will take the 20 seconds. So they are the circulating by the expanding of the 30 seconds in the whole body. Blood is cleaned in the kidney. As you know, it is that diagram is showing so this is the kidneys. We have the right as well as the left kidney, right? So the kidney is responsible for, so that is also cleaning the blood in the sense of the excretory substance that is excreted by our cell, right? But if you are talking about the excretory substance, about the carbon dioxide, that will be also excreted out by the help of our lungs. So if you there is the, if you lined up all the blood vessels in your body, end to end they would be wrapped around the earth twice. So it is showing the how our blood vessels is our blood vessel is enriched in our body. If you are going to all the vessels in the one by one, so it will wrapping the our earth twice. So now I am coming on to next slide. So responsibility of the heart. So what is the responsibility of heart? So the heart is responsible for two things. Through the blood it pumps the heart. So heart is pumping through the blood to provide the oxygen, because when a heart is pumping, the blood is circulating all over the body. So what the blood is carrying with blood is carrying the oxygen and nutrients to our cells to keep us alive. So that is the responsible. There is a need of the alive of the cell is the oxygen and the nutrition, because as you know, these both things are responsible for they are the formation of the ATP, and every cell is also forming the ATP by the help of the nutrition, as well as there is the oxygen. And the same time our cell is producing ATP, they are also excreting the excretory substance that was also excreted by the kidney, as in the previous slide we discussed. It also carries away waste from these active cells to a special organ such as kidney that rid them from our body. Body se bahar, that will be also excreted out from our body. Coming on the next slide. So more about the heart muscles. As you know, one of the important muscles, our body is having the three types of muscles: skeletal muscles, right, as well as smooth muscles, and one of the important also is the cardiac muscles. So we are talking about the cardiac muscles. The heart is an involuntary muscle. What do you mean by involuntary? Involuntary, you are having no any, you cannot regulate by own. It is regulated automatically. That's why it is mentioned here, involuntary muscles. What do you mean by voluntary? Like the skeletal muscles, we can also regulate anything, our muscles, that is the skeletal, that is the voluntary. We can regulate by the own choice, right? Like we are bending our hands, we are doing anything, we are walking here, that is due to the skeletal muscles. This is the voluntary. But if you are talking about the involuntary activity, so involuntary, like in the heart, smooth muscles and glands, these are the involuntary activity, they are the regulated. Coming on the human heart average 100,000 beats daily. So earlier slide we already discussed. So 1,000 beats daily heart is beating. Each beat your heart filled with blood. So every time our heart chamber is also filled with the blood, right? And then they are also pumping to our all over the body, including the lungs as well as all the body parts. Coming on this, then the contracts to all the body throughout our body. Coming on the next slide. So parts of the heart, that is a very important thing. So you should know the anatomical structure of the heart. What you can see in the slide, that is showing the overall whole. This is the heart. So in the heart you can find there is this is showing the ventricle. So this is the ventricle, and this one is the also ventricle. So this is the this one is the left ventricle, and this one is the right ventricle. So left ventricle is responsible for pumping the blood so all over the body by the help of there is the aorta. Aorta is responsible to circulate. Aorta is the larger artery, and that is pumping so this is the right ventricle and this one is the left ventricle. So left ventricle, sorry for that, this one is the left ventricle pumping the blood through the aorta, and aorta is further pumping the blood to the arc of aorta, ascending aorta, descending aorta, and further it is the branches. These are the branches. We are and the same time our right ventricle is also pumping the blood. Right ventricle is pumping the blood to the lungs through the pulmonary trunk. Pulmonary, that is the pulmonary artery. And pulmonary artery further it is the divided into two sides, right and left. Because as you know, we are having the two lungs, so blood is also circulated in the both the lungs. So right and left pulmonary artery, right? So this is the one of the exception in the artery in all over the body that is carrying the deoxygenated blood. But if you are talking returning of our blood is after reaching the where this is also reaching the lungs, both sides going the lungs. So this side the lungs, these are also going to the lungs, right? So after infiltration in lungs, the oxygenated blood is also returning to the through the pulmonary vein. That pulmonary vein is having the oxygenated blood. There is the exception. Everywhere pulmonary vein is responsible for carrying the deoxygenated blood, but in case of, there is the exception, the vein coming from the lungs to the heart. In the heart, which part? I mean left atrium. Which part? Left atrium. So this is the pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein that is responsible for the that is having the oxygenated blood, but this is the exception. Every artery, every vein is having the deoxygenated blood, but in case of the pulmonary artery carrying the oxygenated blood, right? So that blood is coming in the left atrium. But if you are talking about the when our left ventricle is pumping the blood through the aorta all over the body, entire body, it is also returning by two way. There is the inferior vena cava and another is the superior vena cava, right? So the coming from the blood from the upper part of the body, that is the superior vena cava, coming in the left atrium, right atrium receiving the deoxygenated blood. At the same time, when our heart is relaxing, the blood is coming from right atrium to left right ventricle, right atrium to left atrium to left ventricle. So there is the barrier. So just I am erasing that, it will also creating some problem, so it will be clear. So we are talking about the blood. When blood is reaching in the ventricle, so there is the valve. So that is the, in case of the mitral valve, in the left side mitral valve, right side is the tricuspid valve. Bicuspid valve is also known as the mitral valve. Bicuspid valve is also known as the mitral valve, and here is the in the right side, that is the tricuspid valve. And everywhere, if you are talking about this is the pulmonary valve, as well as the aortic valve is there. So 4 valves are there, right? And you can see this is the septum. This part is the septum. They are separating our heart in exact 2 portion. One is right, another is left. So right is responsible to also storing and pumping the deoxygenated blood, and left is responsible to receiving the oxygenated blood and pumping the oxygenated blood to all over the body. Am I clear? Right? So now we are moving for the next slide. So in this slide you can also see exactly this is showing the pulmonary, that is the pulmonary artery. What do you mean by pulmonary artery? Pulmonary artery is as in the previous slide we discussed pulmonary artery. If you are talking about the pulmonary and artery, definitely that is having the deoxygenated blood. If you are talking about the pulmonary vein, that is carrying the oxygenated blood. This is the exception over the all over the body. So you can see the semilunar valve. This is semilunar valve. You can say this is the pulmonary that is also known as the pulmonary valve, and another one is from the aortic valve, and 2 other valves is the mitral valve as well as the tricuspid in right and bicuspid in left side, that is the mitral valve. And this is showing the septum. You can see septum. And another thing is that in the right side, if you are talking about the thickness of the muscle of the heart, that is the less as compared to left side. Left side you can see there is the thickness is more as compared to right side. What it means? It is showing that there is the more muscle, that is the more strength, because our left ventricle is responsible to pump the blood all over the body. That's why there is the you can see that part is the thicker than the right side. Right side, left side is the thicker, left ventricle is thicker than the right side. Okay, so this is the inferior vena cava, previous slide already, and this is the superior vena cava. The blood is deoxygenated blood coming from the all over the body, from the superior part, this one, and this one the inferior part. They are the collecting blood in the right atrium. So right atrium is responsible to also store the deoxygenated blood, and if you are going to talk about the left atrium, that is responsible to collect the oxygenated blood from the dead blood is coming from the lungs by the help of the pulmonary vein. So now this is the septum we already discussed, and valve is discussed, and this is the aorta. This is the arc of aorta, ascending aorta, arc of aorta. Right now there is the descending aorta. Coming on the next slide. This is the anterior external view showing the surface features of the heart. How our heart is, we can see. I am in the external view. Anterior means in front. Anterior, like I am the anterior of my facial expression. If you are seeing in front of me, this is my anterior. If you can see backside from me, that is the posterior view, right? So this is the showing the all over the heart is the from the anterior. You can also find there is also a branching of the left coronary artery, right coronary artery, because as you know 8% of the blood also consumed by the heart, and that was also circulated by in the all over the heart muscles by the help of the right and left, that is the right and left coronary artery. Here is the right coronary artery, you can see that is the right coronary artery. Okay, so this is showing the right pulmonary vein. You can see there is the right pulmonary veins and left pulmonary vein. This is the right from the right lungs, left coming from the left lungs. So and another arc of aorta, because you know there is the maximum pressure, so our God is also created such a wonderful creation of the everything. You can also focusing on the aorta, that aorta is having the elasticity, is the maximum elasticity of the arc of the aorta. right? Because they can also manage the pressure of the blood. So there is the three branch of the arc of aorta is also branched by the three branch. This one is the subclavian artery. This is the subclavian artery, and this one is the left common carotid artery, and this one is the brachiocephalic trunk. So three branching of the aorta of the place of the arc of aorta. Further the aorta is coming the descending aorta, right? Now moving to the next slide. So next slide. So in this slide, posterior external view showing the surface feature. The surface feature, this is the posterior view. This is the posterior view of the heart. If you are going to see the heart, this is the posterior view of the heart. You can find there is the descending aorta, but previous slide you can't find the descending aorta, but this is the it is visible in the posterior view of the heart. This is the descending aorta, and three branching of the, this one is the brachiocephalic trunk, and two is the subclavian as well as the carotid artery. These two is there, right? Now coming on the next slide. So anterior view of frontal section. This is the frontal section of anterior view showing the internal anatomy. As in the previous slide, we already discussed about all the things. So we are moving to next slide. So layers of the heart, they are very important. So heart is having the three layer. As you know, there is the pericardium, right? Pericardium, myocardium or endocardium. So pericardium, this is the endo is showing the internal, myocardium, actual cardiac muscles, right? And pericardium is the outer one. So outer one is also, pericardium is further divided into two segments, right? The fibrous as well as the serous. This part is the serous and this one is the fibrous part. And fibrous is further also, that one is fibrous. Now we are moving to, and fibrous is also filled with the fluid in between. So we are, that slide is only for the, this is not the actual heart muscles, but for the pictorial presentation, for the understanding of the layers you can see. But in the next slide you can find the actual diagram of the heart. But what we can see, there is this one is the, as you know, this one is the endocardium. It means the internal part, inside, bilkul inside. If we are talking about, this one is the myocardium. So heart wall, this is the myocardium. Last one is the pericardium. This one is the pericardium, outer layer. So we can see here is that is the two things is you can see, the coronary blood vessels. Coronary blood vessels, supply of the coronary blood vessels. As you know, heart is also consuming the blood, so coming from the the coronary artery as well as the returning by the coronary veins, and this is showing the trabecular cornea. This is the trabecular cornea, and actual this muscle is, the whole of the muscle is known as the myocardium. That is the cardiac muscle, actual cardiac muscle, that is the responsible for the pumping the blood. So now moving to the next slide, if you are going to cut the section, transverse section of the ventricles, you could find this is the showing the left ventricle, right, and this is the showing the right ventricle. So you can see a huge difference of the muscles is fully supported. The maximum muscle is supported in the left ventricle, because there is the maximum work is also done by the left ventricle, because they are the pumping the blood throughout the whole of the body. But in case of the right, they are also responsible to pump the blood to the lungs, right? Now coming to the next slide, this is showing the every valve. We are talking about the valve now. So it is the pulmonary valve. What it means, pulmonary valve, every valve is responsible to check the backflow of any of the blood, backflow of the blood, right? So this is the pulmonary valve. And another, if you are talking about the aortic valve, this is the aortic valve in the aorta, right? Pulmonary valve in the pulmonary valve inside the pulmonary trunk. And if you are talking about the tricuspid valve in the right side, and if you are talking about the bicuspid, that is the mitral valve in the left side, because you see there is a tricuspid valve also, and this one is the bicuspid valve. Okay, and this is showing the right atrioventricular fibrous ring. The ring is known as the right atrioventricular fibrous, and that ring is also known as the left atrioventricular fibrous ring. Now coming on for the next slide. So this side is showing the anterior view of the coronary artery. In our heart, blood circulation is also needed for the heart muscles, so that is also circulated by the help of the coronary. You can see there is the branching of the coronary artery. So this is showing the coronary artery anterior. This is the left and right coronary artery, but in case of the coronary sinus, right and left coronary sinus returning blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, and this is the oxygenated blood, right? Coming on the next slide. So parts of the heart, we already discussed about the part of the heart. So this is the heart has 4 different hollow areas called the chambers, as you know: atrium, atrium is the singular, or atria is the plural. If you are saying about the one single right, to right atrium. If you are saying the atria, to both, this is the plural. So we are having the 2 atria or 2 ventricles. So that is the 4 chambers, hollow chambers, that is responsible to collect the blood as well as pump the blood throughout the body and lungs. So there are the 2 chambers on each side of the heart. 2 chambers on each side of the heart. Each chamber is separated by a valve, which is a flap of tissue that opens and closes to keep blood flowing in the right direction, right? Coming on the next slide. So the 2 chambers on the top are called the atria, and singular will be atrium, right? Atria is the plural, or singular is the atrium. So the atria are the chambers that fill the blood. The 2 chambers on the bottom are called the ventricles, right and left ventricles. They pump the blood out of the heart, first to the lungs and later to the rest of the body. I mean, the both are responsible to pump the simultaneously right and lungs and overall the whole over the body by the left ventricle and right by to the lungs. The septum is a thick wall. We already discussed in the previous slide. Septum, you are saying the septum is thick. Why? The septum is the thick wall of the muscle that separate the 2 sets of chambers. It separates the left and right side of the heart. I mean, the one is responsible for receiving the only oxygenated blood and pumping. Another is the responsible for the receiving the deoxygenated blood and pumping the deoxygenated blood to your lungs. Next slide. Parts of the heart. The atria, ventricles and valves work together to pump the blood. Atria, 2 ventricles, and there is the 4 valves are there, right? As you know, tricuspid, bicuspid, aortic or pulmonary valves. 4 valves, both are the get together and pumping the blood by the coordination. The atria fill with blood, then pump it into the ventricles. The ventricles pump the blood to the heart. Ventricle pumps the blood throughout the heart. Now the cycle of the heart. The blood in our body is used over and over again. Its movement through the heart and around the body is called the circulation and can be viewed and as a cycle. Beginning at the left side of your heart, fresh, clean and oxygenated rich blood, and the cells create carbon dioxide. And other waste through the that must be removed to keep the cells healthy. And which organ is responsible? Kidney is responsible also. The blood is responsible for picking up the waste, delivering it to the kidney, whereas except for the carbon dioxide, that is responsible, lungs is responsible to excrete out the carbon dioxide, and it removes from the body carbon dioxide as well as the excretory substance. Kidney as well as lungs is responsible. Now coming to the next slide. So cycle of the heart, then the blood with its load of carbon dioxide return to the right side of the heart. We already discussed the right side of the heart pump the blood into the lungs to get rid of the carbon dioxide and pick up fresh oxygen. The oxygen rich blood go to the back to the left side of the heart and then finally pumped by the left ventricle throughout the body. Now moving for there is the pictorial presentation. This is showing overall, this is showing the diagram of the blood flow, how blood is flowing in the overall our body. You can see starting from this one is the right atrium. As you know, right atrium is responsible to collect the deoxygenated blood from superior, inferior and coronary sinus. Do you know coronary sinus? Returning blood, that is coronary sinus in the heart, returning blood, that is responsible. So three from the superior, inferior and coronary, our right atrium is receiving the blood. Further, by the regulation of the tricuspid valve, the blood is coming in the right ventricle. Further, right ventricle pump the blood by the pulmonary valve. There is a responsive pulmonary valve to the pulmonary trunk and pulmonary artery through the pulmonary capillaries in the lungs. I mean in the lungs. In lungs, in pulmonary capillary, blood lose carbon dioxide. I mean they excreting out, and they are gaining the oxygen. Oxygen is transfusing in the blood because oxygen situation is maximum in the atmosphere, and that time concentration is the low in the blood. So that why our lungs is responsible. Blue color is indicating the deoxygenated, or red is showing the oxygenated blood. Further, that blood is also from both the lungs coming in the pulmonary by the pulmonary vein, because that is the exception, pulmonary vein, oxygenated blood. In the left atrium and left atrium also by the help of the bicuspid valve, the blood is coming in the left ventricle, and left ventricle by the help of the aortic valve and aorta, they are the aorta and systemic arteries throughout all over the body, and finally in the blood is reaching to the cell. Lastly, the capillary is responsible to also exchanging the nutritive material as well as the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchanging. Coming on the next slide. So blood vessels, the heart uses a network of the tube to get blood throughout the body. These tubes are called blood vessels. The blood vessels that carry the fresh blood away from the heart are called arteries. The ones that carry the blood that contain waste back to the heart are called veins, that means the deoxygenated blood. Coming on the next slide. So you can see in this diagram, so blue color, red color, by the red color we are showing there is the circulation of the blood by the left ventricle and returning blood by the blue color into the heart, right? Coming on the next one. So this is showing the diameter of the artery and vein. If we are going to see the diameter of the artery, the diameter is the less as compared to, the vein, right? And another thing is done, that is also a layer, internal layer of the artery as well as the vein is known as the lumen, that is the lumen, and that is the tunica interna. This one is the lumen, both is the lumen, and the internal, this layer is known as the internal layer, tunica interna, and middle one is the tunica media, and outer one is the tunica adventitia, right? Coming on the next slide, this is the same thing we previous slide showing the artery and the vein. So you can see in the artery there is the difference. What is the difference between artery and vein? Artery lumen is less as compared to vein, right? And another thing is that you can find tunica interna. If you are talking about the tunica interna, endothelial muscles, it is made up of the endothelial, both the layer, both the artery and vein, endothelial muscles. But if you can see, here is the basement membrane, both sides having the basement membrane, but only artery is having the internal elastic lamina. Do you know? The reason is that artery is also in the artery, our blood is circulating is in the more pressure as compared to vein. That's why if they are also managing, so that lamina is the managing the pressure of the blood. If you are talking about the tunica media, in the tunica media made up of the smooth muscle, both the side, artery as well as the vein, and external elastic muscles is only in the artery, not in the vein. And finally you can find outer is the tunica externa. This is the layer of the tunica externa. Now coming on the next slide, the same thing we already discussed on how they are also attached with the capillaries, artery and vein. Finally artery is pumping the blood, then aorta is further branches to the arteriole, and the there is the venules, and finally they are the returning blood by the aorta, the superior and inferior vena cava. The last one is the, so this is showing the capillary, the endothelial cells, lumen of the basement membrane of the capillaries. You can see there is the arterioles and capillaries, that is the arteriole and capillaries. So this is the arteriole, they are the blood coming this side, and they are that place is the exchanging the blood. So this is the arteriole, and this is the part is the capillaries, and a small, this is the venules part. So oxygenated blood coming, and they are the consumed by the tissue, and finally that will be the color is showing the oxygen concentration is less in the vein. That by color, by the help of color indicating it is the deoxygenated blood, right? Coming on the next slide. So capillary structure, you can see how capillary structure, there is the pore through the cells, there is the pore, and the capillary cells are, this one is the capillary cell, sit between the cells, this is the sit between the cells, this is showing the nucleus, and this is showing the RBC. In the capillary, there is the responsible to carrying the oxygen from the lungs, and that is also releasing at the level of the cell level, right? Coming on the next slide, all over the showing the aorta and its principal branches, aorta and its principal branches showing the all over the body. Next one is showing, this one is the same thing is showing here, and now one by one, this is the branch of the aorta, this is the all over the branch of the aorta, right? Next is the, this is the showing the branches of the veins. So all branches of the veins. So heartbeat, when you go to the visit the doctor uses a stethoscope to listen your heart. A healthy heart make a lub-dub sound which comes from the valves shutting inside the heart. I mean lub-dub sound by the shutting of the valve shutting, then that is the producing the sound lub-dub, and the lub sound happens when the blood hit valves between the atria and ventricles, and dub sound is the due to the next slide. So you can see also pulse, you can feel your heart beating in several different areas of the body. The most common place used in the wrist just below your thumb, that is the showing, there is the radial pulse, that is known as the radial pulse. You will know that you have found your pulse when you can feel a small beat under your skin, right? Each beat is caused by a contraction of your heart. Now keep your heart in shape. How? Most children children are born with a healthy heart, just like you need to exercise your leg and arm muscle, you need to exercise your heart muscles. At least 15 to 20 minutes of exercise each day will give your heart a good workout. Remember to eat a variety of healthy foods, avoiding a lot of fatty foods, and stay away from the smoking. So smoking is injurious for the every organ of the body. So lastly I would like to say, so do you know the difference between heart attack and cardiac arrest, right? So in the heart attack there is the circulation, blockage or narrowing of the coronary artery, cut off or reduce the blood flow to the heart, causing damage due to the lack of oxygen in case of the heart attack. If you are talking about the cardiac arrest, so this is the heart electrical signals is stopping there. The heart stop beating abruptly, either from a malfunction in the heart's electrical system or another sudden changes in the circulatory system. So what will be the symptom in case of the heart attack and what will be the symptom in the cardiac arrest? How you can know that someone is suffering from, they are suffering from the heart attack or the cardiac arrest? Heart attack, the symptom will be the chest pain, fatigue, weak, nausea and difficulty in breathing. In case of the cardiac arrest, collapse, unconsciousness, not breathing, no pulse. We are diagnosing the patient by these symptoms, and take action. What we can do in case of what we do to a specific heart attack. We are calling for the specific country wise number, like we can say blue in the hospital. Blue code is coded by the emergency for the heart attack or the cardiac arrest, and another emergency number will be also available according to country by country. So what we can do in the heart attack? In the heart attack we can chew and swallow the aspirin and take nitroglycerin. If the doctor is you are not prescribing, you are saying that you cannot take, so you cannot take the nitroglycerin if you have the allergy like the thing symptom. If you are talking about the cardiac arrest, you can also inform according to the number. So what can we do in the cardiac arrest? Start CPR. What is CPR? Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, right? And use an AED, automatic external defibrillator, if there is one nearby, right? So we can using these things. And so last one is thank for your kind attention. Thank you so much, my students.